Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and wanted to talk a little bit about something that is interesting. So, Windows 10X. A lot of people have asked questions over the past few weeks since Microsoft held its event where, they showed us briefly Windows 10X. What we understood with Windows 10X is it was a operating system that was for foldable devices. But, pretty much everybody was saying, well, apparently it's not going to be available for regular laptops or regular devices. Well, there's a Twitter user called the Walking Cat, and I often tell everybody to follow this guy. He's found a Azure directory page that was actually available to view on the web. And, of course, a lot of people took a peek at it before Microsoft decided, oops, let's remove this from there. Basically, it tells us that Windows 10X might actually come to laptops. And it's kind of interesting because it is a very, very simplified experience of Windows. So basically, the leak is showing a few little details. So, of course, we have the details that we know that foldable devices will use it, and it will be interesting to see that on these devices. What was surprising, and that makes it less of a surprise to know that it might come to laptops, is that we had learned that it was actually running on Intel, where everybody thought that it would be actually running on ARM instead, but it actually is running on Intel CPUs. So, of course, it opens the door to having it work on laptops. So apparently a very simplified experience, and it actually uses the Microsoft Launcher, kind of the launcher that you guys see if you have an Android phone and you've installed the Microsoft Launcher. There's kind of a similar way of working. It's a much simplified experience that would come to laptops, so it would be very, very basic but functional. So this is kind of interesting when you think about it. So there would be, of course, clamshell and foldable laptops would be supported. So this is interesting. The launcher is, of course, what will be the start menu. So that, of course, changes the user experience. There's still a lock screen. There's improved Windows Hello. There's a File Explorer. There's more modern File Explorer than the one we have in Windows 10 generally. It will be optimized for progressive web apps. So this is going to be interesting. Settings are going to be very, very simple in the Action Center. You will have a minimum of settings. You won't have that big setting panel that we have in Windows 10. Of course, the taskbar will be simplified because of the fact that it's a Microsoft Launcher that will have all of this on it. So a few little details coming up. And this is interesting because it kind of opens the door to us kind of wondering if, at some point there's going to be something available that we can test. Of course, if I do get my hand on some image that I can install on some device, of course, we will actually look at it here. That's for sure. So interesting development here because Microsoft kind of was telling everybody that, that Windows 10X was mostly for foldable devices stuff. But apparently laptops will be able to get it. Now, this is going to be interesting to also note the future. Well, could there be people just saying, hey, you know what, I'd rather have that simplified Windows 10 experience with, of course, apparently that seamless update in the background? Could that replace the big chunk of Windows 10 we have right now? That is going to be interesting to look at for sure. But Windows 10X is going to be interesting, but we don't have any indication of anything for Windows 10X and any Windows 10X operating system itself arriving before 2020, before next year. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.